Hello, so I will be breaking down everything in the they say, I say. Basically, here are all my chapter summaries based off all the information that's most important. So, chapters, I believe, 1 through 3, they are very much about argumentative. And basically, in this, there is a central idea that arguments and conversations should be held stronger with interactions between one another. So, by this, I mean the importance of explaining in full detail every bit of information, especially because it's so useful, and leaving information out is not helpful in any way. So, the best way to hold and maintain conversations, and this is a quote directly from the text, is remember that you are entering conversation. Therefore, you need to start with what others are saying and introduce your own ideas as a response. And I've actually seen this in multiple classes I've taken. In Com 100 that I took last semester, this is the same thing that we learned about. So this is really cool. The work is kind of overlapping. And then the second chapter goes in and explains the power of summarizing text into your own words and ideas. So this is a really good tactic because when you take the other person's argument and you're able to kind of switch it around, but so suddenly that they don't realize that the argument has changed, and they kind of start to agree with you and see things from your perspective because you first made that effort. That's a great tactic. And chapter 3 kind of bounces on to evidence and citing your sources in text, and how this is kind of like a good way to manage in a physical conversation because including quotes and different statistics will actually have others, have more respect for you and kind of see your argument and think more maturely of it, especially because you have evidence to back it up. So, the central idea of like the part two, which is 4 through 6, is to kind of highlight the importance of having your peers proofread and using resources to improve your arguments. So chapter 4 kind of focuses on factual arguments, not opinion based, because it's super easy to kind of say something and not back it up. If you're going to make a big statement, always have evidence to back it up so that people will kind of trust it a little bit more. So chapter 5 is kind of about making the points easier to read for the reader. So using different things like voice makers and Google Translate to kind of listen to it out loud so that you can hear those points and you can make sure everything grammatically makes sense is a great tactic to making a paper that actually flows together. So chapter 6 actually puts a lot of emphasis on critiquing other people's work and critiquing your own work, because when you look at other people's work, you're able to kind of see what mistakes they're making and able to translate into your paper to make sure you don't make those mistakes. And same thing for the other person. It's a really great tactic because you get to see an outside perspective that hasn't seen your paper a million times actually interact with it and see exactly how it looks. So these readings are really important because they have us have a deeper look into English and different ways of writing, and the textbook is really amazing. And this is just kind of like a light summary, but I would definitely go back and read it and make sure you get everything because there's a lot of great tips in there. So, part 3 kind of ties all the writing together. And I'm actually going to record this in a second part. So there will be another video attaches because I don't want to run out of time. So, yeah, the part 3 will be in the next video.